dancing alive. My algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share, makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare? No way. Start dancing, fuel the feed. Start dancing, scroll and freeze. Shift the gear, flash the fear, bring it here, crystal clear. Start dancing, start dancing. Yeah. The algorithm lied, said I should stay inside, said I should waste my time. I start dancing alive. My algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share, makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare? They said freeze. They said fold. They said wait. They said no. I said move. I said go. They said freeze. They said fold. They said wait. They said no. I said move. I said go. They said freeze. They said fold. They said wait. They said no. I said move. I said go. Not sober and dry. Start dancing. Move your feet with the beat. Start dancing. Take that beat and make some heat. Getting chancy, nothing fancy, hit that beat, don't take defeat. Start dancing, start dancing. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. The algorithm lied, said I should stay inside, said I should waste my time. I start dancing alive. My algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share, makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare? Start dancing. The algorithm lied, said I should stay inside, said I should waste my time. I start dancing alive. My algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share, makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare? One more time. Getting chancy, nothing fancy, hit that beat, don't take defeat. Start dancing, start dancing.
Hey there, how are you? My name's Dr. Don. What's your name? Please tell me somehow. I wish I knew. I can feel it coming to me here. So, the name of that song is Start Dancing. The algorithm lied. And the story of the song, we're all, pretty much all of us are, using algorithms. You know, algorithms are that software behind the scenes that gives you stuff on social media, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, probably so many other things I don't even know about, and artificial intelligence related things. It's giving you stuff. It's telling you what to do, basically, and this is the story of the song. I'm not saying you're doing this. This is the inspiration of the song, that these things we can't see are telling us how to behave. And of course, their business model is to capture your attention and keep it. And so the song is saying, hey, you know, I've got a choice. I can, enjoy the social media, because we all do. But hey, I've got some time and it's limited. I don't know, I wrote a song about time. And I can choose to do something else. And in my case, I start dancing. Start dancing, move your feet with the beat. Start dancing, take that beat and make some heat. Getting chancy, nothing fancy, hit that beat, don't take defeat. Start dancing, don't take defeat. You know, that's like, don't let the algorithm control you. Or, how about this? Start dancing. Why don't you maybe start dancing with me right now? And you might think, why would I do that? Well, because we all like to dance. I mean, come on. If you're by yourself and you can hear the background music right now, dance with me. Maybe you can't do it because you're at work. Maybe it's not an appropriate place to dance. By the way, don't do too many spins, or don't even try it, because it's not that easy, and unless you practice, you can actually hurt yourself. But if you're at work and you're dancing with me, maybe that would get you a raise. I don't know, it might. So, and the algorithm lied. Told me to stay inside, wanted me to waste my time. I start dancing alive. The algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share. Makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare to get up and start dancing? Or to do whatever, Call your friend, take a walk. Do something else, read a book. My dad, he's not around anymore. He used to call me Donnie. And when I was a young guy, like 12 years old, another family member was showing me stuff I really shouldn't have been seeing. And that's where the inspiration of the part of the song in the chorus, the algorithm isn't fair, shows me things I can't share, makes me stop and stare. Do I care or do I dare? Well, the algorithm's showing me things that I don't want to see. The algorithm is always showing me sexualized stuff, overly sexualized stuff. And I don't want to see that. Now, for as much as, news apps, that's another algorithm. News apps, you're scrolling. Scroll and freeze. They're always showing me women with hardly any clothes on. And it's like, come on, I don't want to see that. As much as I say, nope, don't show me that, they continue to show me that. So that's the inspiration of that part of the song is, when I was a young guy, when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old or something like that, my father caught someone showing me like Playboy magazines or something. And I'm sure it didn't go well for that person. I don't know what happened. But then my dad came up to me later and said, Donnie, because he used to call me Donnie. He always called me Donnie. He said, Donnie, what are you looking at that stuff for? Leaves nothing for the imagination. And I'd have to agree with the guy. So, don't let the algorithm pollute your mind to the point where reality makes no difference. Because that's what my father was getting at. And so, when the algorithm is in control, don't let it control you. That's the inspiration of the song. Now, you can do what you want. I'm not preaching to you. In fact, I love you. And I accept you the way you are. But I'm just explaining the inspiration or the thought process or the ideas I had when I wrote the song. And, when the algorithm's doing stuff, you're there for 10 or 15 minutes, do something else. Take control of your life. You always have the free will to influence your own actions and not let this other thing influence you. So that's what the song is all about. You can call your friend. I recommend calling your father. Why not? But again, you can do anything you want. And by the way, my audience is probably 2/3 men. And, and for the most part, those are not bashful men. But the other third of my audience is very young people, men and women, boys and girls. And so, just like I don't want to see inappropriate stuff in my feed, and I don't like it, I have to make sure all of my stuff is appropriate too, because those very young people, this is a safe space. There will be no bullying here. You are always welcome here. I love you, and I want you to feel safe and protected here. One of my proudest moments is when a parent contacts me, and I know that that parent has a child who's not 18, quite a bit younger, enjoying my music videos. And it feels pretty good for me that I can have stuff that very young people can enjoy, and it's appropriate for them. So I make sure I don't put raunchy stuff in my videos. I have a team that helps me, and that team can downvote stuff. Hey, what do you think of this video? What do you think of this clip? How's that look? Yeah, it looks good. No. So if any of my team says no, it doesn't go in. I don't get to veto them. They get to veto me. And that's how I think that's a way to, raise yourself up, is let other people tell you stuff and listen to them, especially creative people. When I write songs, people ask me, how do you write songs, Dr. Don? I have a fairly, I think, elaborate process. But one of the process steps that I have is show those lyrics to a woman for me and read them to that woman and listen to what she has to say. If she says, well, I don't understand this, or that's good, I don't like that, I change it. So that's part of what I do, is to get your input. You should feel safe here, and I want you here, and I love you. I hope there's people in your life that say they love you, because I do. And if there's nobody else who tells you that, you can always come here and hear from me. So, with that, I'm coming to you from Seattle, Washington, United States of America. I'd love to know anything about you. And, one thing you can tell me that's pretty innocuous is, where approximately do you live? What country, state, or city, or whatever? And that would make me happy. So, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And I'll leave you with this. I love you. Never forget it. I love you. I always will. Dr. Don loves you now and forever.